If you like a helmet just like this, go over to greengrind.com and shop some of your favorite mini and life-size replica helmets. They have, you can add, of course, the visor, the chin strap, different helmet types as well. On the website, they have NCAA teams, they have all the NFL teams. You can go in there and shop some of your favorite sports football teams and get a helmet replica just like this. So go over there, use my promo code PITSYN at checkout as well, PITSYN, and get yourself a discount at checkout. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we'll be discussing another draft prospect for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't know if they're going to draft the cornerback or they're going to finish that and fix that in the offseason with the free agency, like with maybe signing the guy. I know there's a lot of different names circulating around that could be available. Jerry Alexander is a cornerback that could be available. I might discuss that a little bit as time goes on to see what happened with the Packers situation, because it was hinted that he might be out. And then also receiver, we'll see if they'll answer that in the free agency as well, running back as well. So it's a lot of these questions to be answered. But right now, we're just going to break down some draft prospects if they don't answer those questions of guys who I think they might be trying to bring in or maybe should draft. And the one of the guys, a cornerback, I know they Will Johnson last time, but this is another cornerback right here. His name is Shavon Revel, Jr., cornerback from East Carolina. He is 6'3", 193 pounds. So he ran a 4.40, and he's an outright just gamer out there. He's very good. You know, Shavon did a good job, of course. Not last season, because last season he suffered, of course, the ACL tear. That's kind of what we're gonna get into more, a little bit down the line, a little bit. But the year he did play, he was very good player. He can play in press coverage, he can play man-to-man coverage. He's good at being active in passing lanes. Like seeing a guy who's sitting in his own coverage and just knows how to just break and know when to break and know when to do certain things. Very good at high pointing the ball and contesting different passes as well. And when QBs targeted him, quarterback rating was on 56, I think 56.5, I think, was the quarterback ratings for quarterbacks who targeted him. So he did a very good job at breaking a lot of passes up, getting interceptions as well. I think that year that he played, that full year, he had 4 interceptions. And he also played on special teams as well. He played gunner a lot, and he was able to go out there. He had a few block punts. I think he had block punt and the block kick like that. He was playing different ways like that. They put him on different sides of the ball and have him out there active. So he kind of has that good speed, a good break-off speed to go out there. He blocks some kicks and do all type of things. So he's a very versatile piece, a versatile player to have. And when you watch him, you might not think he's 6'3", but he's 6'3". He just moves so quick and fluid for a guy at that height and that size in the football field. And he plays exceptional out there. Now the only knack that's kind of on him is we only seen that probably a little bit sample size of that. We've seen that a little bit the first year, then that last, like I mentioned, 2023, he did a good job in that. But remember, he got injured in September. He tore his ACL. So he hasn't played football in a while. So we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to participate in some of this stuff. He should be maybe getting close to being healed up. So he might not be able to participate in some of this pre-draft stuff. Maybe if he can come back early, we'll see exactly where he's gonna be. But I think he could fall maybe a little bit in the draft based off of that and people being kind of uncertain, because he did play of course at ECU. Not the most craziest college like that, not the most popular college, a big time college, but you see the talent that is there. If you watch his film, you watch him play, you see the talent that's there, and a lockdown corner with the ability to go out there and be, I think, high level and good in this league. But I think he could probably fall maybe a little bit maybe in the draft. I say he'd probably be drafted by late second round, maybe third round if something happened. But he was a first rounder for sure. I think before the injury, he was playing some phenomenal football. And I think the Steelers are a good place to bring him in, and I think the Steelers do a good job at developing a lot of defensive guys. I know some of our DBs have done a phenomenal job in developing that, over the course over like the last decade and stuff. But I think he's a guy who can come in and have immediate impact. His arm length that he has to be able to contest a lot of those plays, and the vertical ability, his speed, his quickness, like I mentioned, physicality, and being at 6'3", having a big corner on the outside. Because some of the receivers that you got to guard, nowadays in the league, you got guys who are 6'5", 6'4", who doing all this crazy stuff. They're running 4.3s and all type of things. So you want to have big corners on the outside, kind of like the new era of cornerbacks we've been seeing a lot. Remember, we've seen it with Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner. Richard Sherman 6'1", 6'2", Brandon Browner 6'5". We're seeing more and more DBs get taller. Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens, 6'5". So having these big, tall DBs, especially they fast and they physical as well and explosive, and they'll make plays, it kind of helps up your defense a lot. So I would love to see Shavon on our team. I think he'd be a good asset for the team. I think he'd be a good defensive player for our team, and I think he would help out a lot, especially having another cornerback on the other side of JPJ. JPJ been kind of holding things down. Leslie Jackson did a pretty good job last year, but the injuries, and he's getting older. He's turning 30 this season as well, so he might be out the door, most likely. The Steelers have an option to probably bring him back, maybe if they resign him. We'll see what happens. They could bring him back and then maybe draft one as well to kind of have more depth and kind of let that guy learn a little bit, rotate him in. And then Corey Trice is still on the team as well. They like him too a lot, but I think we can go out there and get a high level cornerback. Get a guy who's high level, a guy who can guard, you know, with anybody around. You can put him in a slot to guard somebody, sit in zone, press coverage, all type of things. You maybe blitz him in. He's 6'3". You can blitz him in, and he's shown to be explosive. Like I mentioned on special teams, being a gunner, he'll come in and he'll block some kicks and stuff. So maybe put him on the edge like that occasionally and blitz him in and do different things and mix and match. Now we got to see if our defensive coordinator is going to do those things, because you know Terrell Austin hasn't really been the best DC. So hopefully we can get a new DC and we kind of get somebody who knows how to utilize players. I think Shavon would be a great pick to bring to the team. So he became my second cornerback. I have on a list. I think the first one would definitely be, of course, Will Johnson. Of course, Travis Hunter would be everybody's first cornerback and first player, but he's going to be gone by probably pick, if not pick 1, pick 2. I think the latest he would probably pass is pick 2. I think the Patriots still might trade up and get him. That's not my kind of like my prediction a little bit. Patriots trade up and get him and add him to Christian Gonzalez. I think Mike Vrabel and them, I think everything they have right there would be cool. So we might as well, you know. Patriots have nothing to lose. Might as well do it. But I think he'll be a good addition to add to the team. You know, the Steelers can find a way to get him. If they don't answer the cornerback need in free agency, now if they answer in free agency, then it'd be different, of course. You'd be like, I ain't got to take one that high up, of course. But if you don't answer it, get a guy like Shavon. Will Johnson would be my top guy, but he could be gone probably early on, top 10, top 12 pick, depending on what happens. But Shavon, I think he most definitely is going to be a guy who's available around that range, maybe second round range for us. I can get a sleeper guy in the draft, a guy who was playing at a high level, elite level, but had an injury that kind of derailed him a little bit this past season, because he didn't really get showcased in his senior year, like his big time year. But I think he still has a lot of potential and talent, so we'll see what happens. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.